Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code One Digest. Today in this tutorial, I'll show you how can we customize our Shopify store, how to add additional language to our Shopify store, how to add additional payment methods to our Shopify store, and how to customize the order ID on our Shopify store. So these are the very obvious requirement we may have on our Shopify store. So I'm going to show you all of this today in this tutorial. So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. It is going to be very informative and very exciting tutorial today. Friends, I have created multiple videos and tutorials on Shopify theme app extensions, custom app development, and theme app extension, calling external APIs, and so on. So if you want to learn how to create custom app for Shopify, if you want to learn how to add theme app extension to our Shopify, so go and watch this tutorial. These are going to be very helpful and very informative tutorial for you. Friends, I have also created a complete playlist for Shopify where you will find all tutorial that I have created so far. You will find the tutorial on configuring the Shopify stores and developing the custom apps, theme apps, and so on. So go and watch all this tutorial if you want to learn Shopify. Right friends? So here is the agenda of this tutorial today. As I said, I'll be showing you how to add multiple languages on our store. Then I'll show you how to add new payment method to our store, and then we'll test it by placing few orders. And then I'll also show you how can we customize the order ID on our store, right? So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. Okay friends? Okay friends, so now let's start. The very first thing that I'll show you how to add additional language to your Shopify store. Okay friends, so for that we have to log in into Shopify admin console. Search for Shopify admin login in Google and click on the very first option to log in into your store. Select the account that you want to access, and then you will be taken to the admin console of your store. Once you are on the Shopify admin console, then you have to go into settings, right? In settings you will see many options are available on your left hand side. So to add additional language to your store, we have to go to the language setting that you can see at the bottom of the list, right? The language setting. So click on the languages. Now here you would see that what is your default language. By default, English is my default language. So English is my default language, and we can add additional languages we want, right? As you can see, I have already added Hindi also as a language. Now let me show you adding the additional language, French. Okay, let me select the French here. Yes, you select the language from this drop down. There are a lot of language available, and click on next. You can select market specific languages, or you can make it international. So let's say I want French to be used for the Mexico market. So my URL will become FRMX, right? So I will enable this. You have to remember the URL for your language. FRMX is for French, and say done. So the language is added, but this is not yet published, right? So how Shopify works is the language you have added, but the translation is yet to be done for your content. So as it says, no translation added, right? So Shopify will automatically install Shopify Translate and Adapt app, and it will translate all your content, the content that you have, the labels and headings and so on your site. It will translate it automatically, but for products, for collection, for product descriptions, you have to provide the language specific translations. Okay, this automatic translation is only for the website content like labels, headers, footers, buttons, and so on. But for product related translation, you have to provide the translation file. So let's go to this app and see the translation. Either you provide this translation for each and every item manually, or you can click on auto translation so that it can create the translation for you automatically. The Shopify will create this app, translate and adapter will create translation for all your website content. So I'll click on auto translate. So here it says automatically translate your store content using translation software. Okay, and then click on the translate button. Right, it will take some time to translate your website content. You have to wait for some time. It is done. We can see that translation is done, but it will not be visible to me unless until I publish it. But we can still view it. And what was the URL to view the site? So we have to say FRMX, right? So you see the content here now it's showing in French language, right? We can go to the catalog. So the product showing in a French language, but product information is not showing into the French because this translation we have to take care as a part of collection or product, right? So let's say we go to PDP page. You see the buttons are now translated into French. Say add to cart. Now we are on the checkout page. Provide the detail. I will give a card detail to place this order and see what happens. Yes, place this order. You will see confirmation page. Yes, so order is placed. You see all our contents are now showing in the French. Okay friend, we have seen the preview of the site, how it is looking, how the translation is done. Now next step is to publish it. Go to settings again, go to language. It will say that this language is not published. So you have to click on this three dot and say publish. Unless until you publish it, it will not be live. Okay, so click publish so that it will be live. So now you can see your website having a support for 3 languages. Similar way, I can also access my website in Hindi, HI, right? So my site is now showing up in the Hindi language. I can go to the catalog. You can see all the contents are showing here in Hindi. In fact, the product names are coming up in the Hindi. Now I'm adding the item to the cart. You see all the content on checkout page is also coming as a Hindi, in Hindi language. I have to give my detail, Aman Modi. I have to give credit card detail, card number 1, let's say 225, credit code 123, and say place order. You see all my contents are now coming in Hindi. So this is how you can add the multiple language support on your website, on your Shopify store, right friends? Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code One Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code One Digest family. Thank you. Okay friends, so now next setting what I'll show you is the order ID format, right? This is the obvious requirement that we want to have certain format for our order IDs in our store, right? Shopify by default starts the order ID with 1000, 1001, 1002 and 1003. And this may not meet your requirement, obviously, right? So Shopify gives you the flexibility to add prefix or suffix to your order ID, so that you can decide. Let me show you how can we do that. Okay, so go to the admin console of your store, and if you click on orders, you would see the order number that Shopify provides is like 1001, 1002, 1003, right? Let's say in certain cases you required your order number to be 8 digit or 10 digit, right? Because your downstream system expects order number to be 6 digit or 8 digit and so on, right? In that scenario, Shopify offers you that flexibility to have a prefix or suffix to your order number. Let me show you that. So go to the settings and then click on the store details. Come at the bottom. Here you will see order ID format, right? So here we can add prefix that we want and the suffix that we want. Okay friends, so what I'm doing is I'm giving SG as a prefix and 000 as a suffix to increase the length of my order number. So you can decide, you can use the country code of your store as a prefix or suffix, and then you can use the number combination to add it to your order. But point to remember here is these are static. This will not increment. This number, this suffix or prefix will not increment. It will just get appended or prepended into your order number, right? So you see here the sample order number is SG 1001,000, right? So just save this configuration. If the order number looks fine as per your requirement, save this. And now what I'll do is I'll be placing one order. Let me go to my card payment. I have to give place order. So order is placed. What you see on this page is the acknowledgement number. This is not our order number. This is just a confirmation number, or we can say this is a checkout number. Okay, so now I can see that order number is captured as SG 1006,000, right? So this is the order number formatted now. Now all new orders will have this format, right? So order will be SG 1007,000, right? So likewise you can meet your order number requirement, right friends?
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay friends, so now let me show you how can we add additional payment methods to our online store, our Shopify store. If you want to support cash on delivery, how can we do that? So log into the admin console of your store, come to the settings, go to the payments. So here you can see few configurations available. The payment gateway that I'm using is the dummy payment gateway. This is for testing purpose, but we can definitely add new payment methods, right? So you see manual payment methods, so that we can click on and say cash on delivery I want, right? If you want to give some additional detail and instructions, that you can give and say activate cash on delivery. So now this payment method have been added. COD has been added to our site. Now let me browse and see if the COD option is showing up on the checkout page. Yeah, so this is my checkout page. Do you see? Now with the credit card option, with the credit card detail, I also have option for COD. So this is the new method that I've added, cash on delivery. So likewise you can add the payment methods of your choice on your checkout page.
This is not rocket science.
So if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, so do subscribe to my channel to grow Code One Digest family. Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications, and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents, so please help me growing the Code One Digest family. Please subscribe to Code One Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.